All right. And, all right, welcome to your practice and welcome to your space. I deeply honor you. Right, the work that we do, yes. I'll just take it all in from you, bring it into my own heart. Sweet. All right, well, let's start like this. Take your hands together, interlace the fingers. Let's just take a nice big stretch. And then just moving this side to side or even swirling, whatever feels good. If you're just waking up. Good. Oh, and then we're just going to take 3 breaths here. I'm just going to turn my face up and just allow a little bit of moving through the spine as you lengthen and release. And then release your arms all the way down, touch the earth. Bring your hands back at your heart and opposite, interlace your fingers, flip your palms and reach up. And then just find a little bit of movement here, whatever feels good. It could be anything. Moving your wings. Good. And then I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm just going to press up, look up, breathe. And then we'll release the arms all the way down. And let's just pause for a moment. You can place your hands on your thighs or keep them on the floor. And just start to feel the opening of the air. And perhaps you even feel a little bit more settled in your seat. And my friends, with reverence now, just bowing your chin as you bring your hands to your heart. And take this moment here just to deeply acknowledge that you have devoted this time and this space for your practice, for your breath, for your body, for your mental wellness. And smile into that. And inhale, lengthen, and exhale as you are. And let's just do one nice, beautiful, big breath in. And release your breath, maybe slowly through your nose or through your mouth, whatever you need. And we'll open, practice, and chant Om together 3 times. Inhale. Bow your chin, place your hands on your thighs, lift your chin and open your eyes. Okay, friends. Oh, so many more of you here now. Welcome. Good. So if you have a strap, guys, bring one in. And we're going to start on your backs. You can put a blanket down if you like to lie on, and bring your block in with you and your strap. Okay. No, it's not playtime, P. No. All right. Now just take a few moments once you come onto your back. If you need something underneath your head, place it there. Legs stretched straight or bent, either one. And we'll just take the arms over the head some way so that the backs of the hands are resting on the floor. So if that doesn't really work, just take them out to the side. And feel your breath. Good. Okay, let's start with some windshield wiper. Bend your knees, heel toe your feet apart. Just start dropping your knees side to side as if you're just waking yourself up. And as the knees go to one side, perhaps you stretch the opposite arm a little bit longer. You might even add that same knee. So the knees drop to one side, but think of the opposite knee as anchoring and the opposite arm reaching. Just find a little bit here. Okay, let's just do 2 more. And then bring it into your center. Good. Bring your feet together. And we'll bring the right knee into your chest. And then we'll cross ankle over knee. Take your arms out to the side. And we're just going to come windshield wiper again with this ankle over knee. So you're just dropping to one side and the other. You don't have to go very fast. All right, and let's see, next time this package comes over to the right, we're going to let it come down, and you might heel toe your left foot to the left a little more. I'm going to keep that ankle over knee, but if that gives you pain, take it off. Take your arms back over your head, right hand grabs left wrist, and we just pull that arm, flex your feet, and then release, bring this package back up. Heel toe the left foot more to center, and then drop this package over to the left. And the sole of the foot, the right foot can stay on the floor. Left hand can grab that right ankle. And the right arm can come out to the side. You can just turn your head to the right. And we'll just take 3 nice relaxing breaths here. Even if you're feeling a lot of intensity, smile. Good. And now take your left hand up to your right knee, and we're going to bring that down. So we come into twist, and you might still keep the cross, so you might have your left knee just to the outside of the right shin. But if that's no good, just go to twist. Good. We'll take 2 more breaths. Good. Okay. Bring it back up. Uncross your legs. Rest. So either stretch your legs out or keep them bent. Just feel your body. Puppy. Good. Okay. I'm just going to windshield wiper a couple times just to kind of bring some equilibrium in. And then come back. Heel toe your feet together. Bring your left knee into your chest. Just hold it in for a moment. And then cross ankle over knee. And we'll open the arms out to the side. And we'll just come back to this side to side action, just waving. I get a lot of back cracking when I do this. And so that's, little chiropractic adjustments you get for free. Okay, the next time your legs drop over to the left, take your right foot and just walk it a little bit to the right. Good. And then taking your arms over your head, this time left hand grabs right wrist. Just find a little bit of length through the right side body. If you're having a little bit of knee discomfort, if you really anchor that right foot into the floor, that might help. Good. Okay, and then release your arms. Bring the leg package back up. Walk your right foot back to center. And now drop over to the right. And the right hand will grab hold of your left ankle. The left arm can come out to the side. You can turn your head to the left. Drop your jaw. Breathe. As if you're just resting. You might be feeling a lot. Okay. And then we're going to turn this into twist. So I'll release the ankle, take the right hand up to the left knee, draw it down. And you might sneak that foot underneath the left shin, it'd be the right shin. Or you just pop them, one on top of the other and just take a regular twist. We're just taking a few moments here. Breathe with intention. Okay, and then we'll bring this package back up. Uncross the legs. Take a breath or two here, just as you are. Legs stretched straight or bent. Good. Okay, grab hold of your block. And we're just going to lift the hips, put the sacrum on the block as we do, whichever height you like. I'm going on the highest height, but you can do it on the smallest height. And we'll just take a few moments here, almost like you're just resting in. Allowing the weight of the body to drop. Okay, notice your head if you need a support underneath your head. And then just grab a blanket, throw it there. Otherwise, bring your inner gaze to look into your heart. Take one more full breath. Good. Okay. And then we'll lift the hips, take the block out, come all the way down. Again, just take a few moments to feel. All right, from here, I'm going to bring both knees into the chest. Just kind of hug them in. You rock a little bit in and out or side to side. Just feeling like you're massaging your low back. Good. Okay. Right hand to right knee, left hand to left knee. They can open apart a little bit, whatever's comfortable. And then we're going to keep the hands on the knees as you press the right knee away from you, pull the left knee in. And then just switch. So you're just like taking your knees for a little walk. So one will move away, the other one comes in. You can add a little flexion into your feet. And then hug the knees in. And they could be touching, they could be wide. Good. Okay, find a way here that you can draw the knees in and even lift your tailbone up off the floor and let the knees move away, and maybe you get a little arch in your low back. And so you're actually putting in a little bit of abdominal effort to lift the tailbone up. And keep breathing. Good. Okay, last one. And let your feet settle on the floor. Again, just drop in, breathe, receive. Feel all this great opening work. Okay. Take hold of your strap. And I'm just going to place the right foot into the sole of the strap. And we're just going to do a little shoe shine. So I'm just dropping my foot down so you can see. And I'm just moving the strap up and down my foot, awakening the sole of the foot. And then once it feels like, okay, it's nice and warm, then just extend the leg up. You can wind your hands in the strap if you like. Left leg can stay bent or it can go straight. Enough room. Good. And just take a few breaths here. So you don't have to work to your maximum. Find that place. Maybe the leg has to drop towards the floor a little bit. And so you just start to feel the stretch, the awakening. Good. Okay. Drop your shoulders, even if they're lifted, your jaw. Breathe. Good. Okay, take a look at your right foot, and we're just going to turn the toes in, heels out. And then go the opposite way. Toes out, heel in. So just move your foot a few times. Just moving your foot. Whole leg is moving with the foot. Good. And then come back to your center. drop in. So you feel the weight from the right heel drop into the right hip. And open up the back of your knee. So what does that mean? It means maybe pressing up through the heel more. Maybe it means pressing the back of the thigh away from your face. And then just breathing. Okay. Okay, put both ends of the strap into your left hand, and you can wind the strap in there if you like. Take the right arm out to the side, and then start to rock this right leg all the way to the left. And then we're just going to pick it back up. You're not going to switch hands, but you'll take this leg out to the right. And so we're just going to wave. You don't have to go that fast. If your left leg is extended, it's turning. So you feel that it has to move, especially to take that right leg over to the left. So you move on to the baby toe edge of your left leg if it's straight. Good. Okay. Good. Keep going. And this time as the leg comes out to the right, just see if you can pull it up. So you just add a little bit of the left hand pulling it up. And as it comes over to the left, see if maybe you can pull it up. Almost like it's the edges of a smile. Good. That's it. And we'll just do this last one. It comes out to the right. And then as the leg comes up, just hang out again. You can grab both ends of the strap. Breathe. Release from the heel to the hip. Okay, now I'm going to lift the head and chest up and pull this leg towards the face. So you might open your arms out to the side. That's going to pull the leg a little bit. So draw your belly in and up. Inhale. And as you exhale, draw this leg closer to your face. Lift your head and your chest. Soften your gaze. Maybe you're just looking softly at your leg. Breathe. Good. And then lower your head and chest. Bring the left foot into the strap. Now slide the feet apart. Your hands might even go towards the ends of the strap. So we have the legs wide open. And then just see if you can drop in here. The legs can be dropping away from your head. Whatever feels good. Just breathing. Okay, if you need something under your head, put it there. I'm just going to lift my head, tuck my chin a little bit. Good. Take one more breath. Good. And now slide the feet back together. Good. Okay. And just reach up, wind the hands, release the right leg, and it can go straight or bent. And we'll come back to the shoe shine now on the left foot. So just shining nicely, warming the sole of your foot. And then you'll pause, maybe the balls of the feet or the center of the foot, whatever feels right for you. And then find that place where you can just drop in. So that might be the left leg has to move away from your head, closer to the floor, adjust your hands. Melt in from the sole of the foot all the way down into your left hip. Feel like the leg is just dropping in. Nice, easy breath. Feel the weight of the leg, the softening through the glute, the whole hip area of your left leg. And then we're just going to start to just turn the foot. So you take the heel out, toes in, and then reverse. So you're just turning your foot, heel out, heel in. The hands are not doing much, they're just hanging out. Good. Okay, and then come back to that, I'm going to say resting point with leg in the air. Melt. Good. And then we take both ends of the strap into the right hand. Feel free to wind the strap in there. Take the left arm out, and we're going to start by bringing this left leg over to the right. So if your right leg's extended, let it turn. Good. And then you're just going to come back up And take that leg over to the left without switching arms. Just up and down, nice and slow and controlled. You're controlling the leg through the leg. That's it. I'm just feeling into tightness, into cracking, whatever you have happening. Really tune in. And here's where I'm going to start to just add a little bit of, see if I can get that leg to come up towards each shoulder a little bit more. Just whatever happens. Okay, smile, even if this is a lot of work for you. Then you smile because you're doing the work. Yes. Good. Okay, so we're going to finish on the left side, and then we'll bring the leg up to center, and you're going to bring the right foot into the strap. And again, we're just going to open the strap, or open the legs wide. The hands can go to the very ends of the strap if you have a nice long strap, but it's helpful. Okay, now I'm going to add the feet. So I'm going to push the feet into the strap and the outer edges of the feet, particularly into the edges of the strap. So now I can really feel something in my inner thighs, but I'm smiling, breathing, and we'll start to drive the bus. So one leg comes forward and the other leg moves back. It's almost as if you have like a metal pole between your feet. And so you can only move the legs one way, which is like up and down. So just find that for yourself. Hopefully that makes sense. Yes, lovely. Good. And then come to your center. Pause here. Just let as if the legs want to drop to the floor, but your arms are holding the strap. Open your mouth. You can spread your toes. Do that. Good. Okay, friends, so we're going to rock and roll up and down, and I'm going to do it with the legs. Maybe they might come closer a little bit. They might stay this wide. I'm just going to move this sleeping puppy out of the way. And I'm just going to rock and roll up and down. So if you want to just come up to sitting, that's fine. Otherwise, start to rock and roll. Maybe there's a balance, right? Let's come back and forth. Good. Do one more. And then we'll come up to sitting, and you can take the strap. And actually, before we leave the strap, let's do it up. So find your buckle, smooth out your strap all the way, and then we're just going to just do it up. And don't worry about how big or small it is. We'll adjust once we get there. Good. Okay, so we have a nice loop. And now you can set your strap aside. Good. Okay, so now I'm going to move into downward facing dog. If you'd like to take child's pose, know that that is always an option. Good. Okay. Nice. Now once you're here, just pressing yourself up and back, and just feel into the backs of your legs. You might rock your hips a little bit. Lift and lower your heels. Bending your knees one at a time, or just play a little bit here. Good. Okay. Good. So if you're in child's pose, you can come up to your hands and your knees, or even downward dog. And from here, I'll bring the big toes to touch. We're going to lift the right leg high to the sky. And once it's up, roll your ankle a few times. Good. And now we're going to step this right foot to the halfway on the mat. So it'll just turn out a little bit. Then you turn your left hand out. Look at your left foot. And you're going to turn it so you're on the baby toe edge of your foot. So the heel is turning out and the toes are in. Now lift your right arm up in the air. Press the right foot down. Lift your head. And we're going to lower that left hip down to the floor. And it might touch, it might not. You're just going to reach. And then we'll come back up. And you might take this arm up and over. Okay, so I'm just going to do this 2 more times. I'm not moving super fast. Good. And this time we'll come back to downward facing dog or hands and knees. Take 2 breaths. And we'll just do the exact same thing. So the big toes touch. This time we lift the left leg up. Wind the ankle a few times. And then step this foot to the halfway point. Turns out a little bit. Then you look at your right foot and you're going to turn it so you're on the baby toe edge. Right hand turns out a little bit. Reach your left arm up. Lift your hips, lift your head. And then start to extend that arm out as you lower the hip to the floor. And then come back up. And we're going to do 3 in total. It's feeling the strength in your body. And then coming back to your downward facing dog. Breathe here. Good. Drop onto your knees. Then I'm going to keep the toes tucked under. The feet are right together. I'm just going to take the hips back. I'm going to look forward. Look ahead. Good. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, take it back. So not complicated. You're just coming forward to your hands and your knees and coming back. Good. Let's do one more. And this time as you come back, walk your hands back. Lift your knees up off the floor. And you can just take the weight back into this little squat and we'll come forward. Just do this a few times. Just feeling into, the ankles, feet. Good. Okay, and we're coming all the way up to forward fold here. So you can walk your hands back, lift your hips, separate your feet if you need to, grab blocks if you need to, bend your knees if you need to. And take a few breaths here. Okay, and then we're going to come all the way up. So bend the knees, open the arms out to the side, and come all the way up to standing. Touch your palms over your head. Exhale your hands in front of your heart. Release your arms down by your sides. And just breathe. And if you feel dizzy, that's normal. Just breathe it away. Good. Okay, we're going to walk to the front of the mat. I feel like let's take our blocks with us just in case you need them. So mine are at the back. I'm just going to grab them and just walk to the front of the mat and then place them down. Good. Okay. So you're at the front of your mat. Your blocks are wherever they're handy. And then feel your feet, arms by your side. Take a full breath in and out. And on your next inhale, sweep your arms all the way up. And as you exhale, open your arms, bend your knees, come down, hands on your blocks or on the floor. Inhale, lift your chin and your chest. Exhale, fold. Good. Okay, I'm going to keep the right foot where it is and just step that left foot back wherever it goes. Now you can take your blocks, you can walk them back, you can walk them forward. I'm going to straighten my legs. And I'm pulling the right hip back. Breathe here. So wherever your blocks need to go, coming forward is more of a stretch. So you find your place. Take one more breath. Good. And then step the left foot forward, take the right foot back, same pose. Just find your place here. Walk your blocks back, forward. Pull the left hip back. Breathe. Good. Okay, step the right foot forward. And take the left foot back, and this time wiggle it back a little bit more. You're going to turn your left foot so it's flat, so that the heel is pointing to the right, toes to the left. And now take your hand with the right hand with the block, or without a block, and it's going to come to about the middle of the shin. We're moving into triangle. Yeah, take the left hand to your left hip. Straighten your legs. You might even walk them. You might go wider. Now lift your left shoulder. Press the right hand down. Take the belly in and up. Now stretch your legs. Maybe the gaze comes up. Maybe it goes straight. Maybe it looks down. Okay. Notice if your right foot is kind of lifting. Can you anchor the big toe? Now reach the left arm up. And breathe. Smile. One more breath. Good. And then release. So we're going to step that left foot forward. However you need to do that. Just hands to the blocks. Now the left foot stays forward. Right foot moves back. Turn your right foot so it's flat. Left hand comes back a little bit with the block or without. Right hand to your hip. And just take a moment here. You know, as you lift that left shoulder, anchor the right hand, anchor your feet, draw your belly in and up, and then notice where you want to look. Up, straight ahead, down, all are good. Then reach the arm up. Now breathe. See if you can even pull that front hip in a little bit. Good. Good. And look down if you're looking up. Release your hands. And I'm going to just move the blocks out of the way and come to downward facing dog. Okay, we're going to shift forward to plank. And then exhale back, downward facing dog. Now you can do this with bending your knees. I'm just going to come forward. And then as you go back, you might bend your knees. Just kind of see whatever this is. Good. And we're going to lower all the way down. So I'll shift forward. I come up onto my toes. I'm really pushing my hands down, and then I'll lower down chest first, if that works. Okay, do nothing here, just rest. So you get to feel your beating heart, your breath. Okay, we're just going to come into Cobra. Actually, let's start with Sphinx. So we'll put the forearms down first. Palms flat on the floor. Move your shoulders back. And then you anchor into the elbows. Draw your belly in a little bit. You can look straight ahead, but if you feel you want to drop your head, that's fine too. Okay, breathe. Okay, let's do a little shoulder here. Stay exactly as you are. Just pull one shoulder forward and the other one, just like you're just moving a little bit here in this plane. Good. Okay, come back to your center. Now I'm going to turn the hands out. So they're just going to go boop. You can't see. I'm just going to move the hands so they're here. Just go boop and then straighten the arms. So it's a seal. So think of your little seal paws as turning out. I'm going to open the inner elbows. Extend through the legs, belly in. Good. And lower. Okay. Pause for a moment. Rest your forehead on your hands. And take one more full breath in. Breathe out. And now press your hands down, lift your head. Hands into Cobra position this time. And we're just going to twist with the legs. So just kind of rock yourself, bring the legs together. Feel your hands on the floor. Bend the right knee. And now anchor the left foot, lift that right leg up, take it over to the left, and then come back. And we're just going to go side to side. So you just bend the opposite leg, take it over. You can turn your gaze underneath your shoulder, so looking from underneath to see the other foot. Good. Almost twisting. Good. We're going to come up. So from here, I'll take that, whichever foot, it doesn't matter. Touch the floor, pick yourself up, come up, and then come back. And we're just going to go nice and slow and controlled, just picking ourselves up and coming back. We're not going super fast. Just moving up and down. Yes. And we started off, whichever side you started off, end off with the opposite side. And then we'll just come back down into our rest. Good. Okay, change that, whatever hand is on the bottom, switch it. Rest your forehead. Breathe here. Good. Okay. Anchor your hands, lift your head. Take your hands back underneath your shoulders, spread your fingers. We're going to come up for a little cobra. So this time you're going to lift the shoulders. You come up as high as feels good for you. Let the shoulders come back. So it doesn't need to be so high. And I'm just going to floss the shoulders, like just bringing one forward, the other one. Breathing, smiling, knowing how good this is for you. Good. Okay, lower all the way down. Come back, rest. Good. Okay. And anchor your hands, lift your head. We're going to take the arms by your side. We're coming into locust. So palms are going to face your body, or they can face up, but fingers are nice and wide. Lift the shoulders, lift your head and your chest, lift your arms. Maybe you want to lift your legs. Spread your toes, spread your fingers. Breathe. Smile. One more breath. And release. Backs of the hands to the floor. Put your right cheek on the floor. Breathe here. Okay, we're going to do that same thing. This time I'm going to interlace the fingers behind the back. And then if you want to grab your strap, it's there. You're just going to hold it to a nice, good place for you. Okay. Let's do this. Let's come up this way. Feel the backs of the hands on the floor. Spread your fingers. Really anchor the hands. Maybe the backs of the wrists. Lift your shoulders. Lift your head and your heart. Keep pressing the hands down. Breathe here. You might lift your legs or not. Good. Okay, I'm not going to rest. I'm just going to come right to interlace the fingers, stretch the arms. Here, still lifting. Maybe the arms lift up, shoulders away from the ears. 2 more breaths. And release. Backs of the hands to the floor, left cheek to the floor. Good. Okay. And from here, hands come back into cobra. Now you can press yourself up and back, child's pose. I'm going to take downward dog. So whichever one works for you, up and back. Okay, if you're in child's pose, get comfortable, drop in. And if you're in downward facing dog, spread your fingers, anchor your hands, look at your feet, see what they're doing. And I'm going to come back to this forward and back. So I come forward to plank, and then to come back, I'm going to bend the knees, lift the hips, and straighten the legs. And just move myself here. You can do this on hands and knees. You can even do this on your forearms. I'm going to reverse it now. So from downward dog, I'll bend the knees, come forward to plank, and back. I'm just going to do maybe 2 more. Yes. Good. Okay. Then resting in downward dog or child's pose, we're going to come back to that twist, the very first thing we did in downward dog. Okay, so I'll bring the big toes to touch. I'm going to lift the right leg up. This time I'm going to bend the knee. Take the heel to the hip, lift the knee up, take that foot over. Good. And then bring that foot now to step halfway up the mat. Turn your back foot so that's on the baby toe edge. Reach up. Inhale. Exhale, drop the hip, reach. And then crescent over. Good. Okay, so feel free now. As we do this, you might even straighten that right leg. It might go straight, it might not. After you've done 3, come back, find your downward dog. Could be child's pose. Take 3 breaths. Big toes touch. Left leg lifts. Then you bend the knee. Lift that knee. Take that foot over. And then step that foot halfway. Turn your other foot so it's flat. Reach up. Good. And then find that, dropping and lifting. And just moving in a nice way that's compassionate. Feel strong. Good. And bringing yourself back. Good. Resting in your downward dog or your child's pose. Good. And then however you are, when you come to sit on the toes. So knees down, toes tucked under. You might lift, your hands you might be sitting, you might have your hands on the floor. Feel. Good. Okay, let's take a wrist stretch. We do a lot of wrists, so take your hands down. You can come up on your knees and just rock a little bit front to back. Now I'm also going to lift the knees. So I'm going to walk my hands back with the facing the other way. Let's lift my knees and come back like we did, at the very beginning. If this works, great. If it doesn't, then hey, now you know that. You can adjust. And I'm going to come back to forward fold here. So the knees lift. You can even peel the hands off. We'll move into forward fold. You move your hands, rock your wrists, open your feet apart, and we're just going to bend the knees a little bit to release the back. Grab hold of opposite elbows. If it's okay for you to hang, then I shift the weight into the heels, drop the jaw. Change the grasp of your elbows. Drop in again. Take your hands to the floor. Walk your hands as far forward as you can without lifting your heels. So I'm on the pads of my fingers. You can be anywhere here. I'm just going to rock front and back. Okay, let's do this 2 more times. Good. Okay, and then settle back. I'm going to walk both hands over to the right. Then you might bend your knees, or you might bend the left knee more. You shift your hips a little bit. And then walk your hands through center and over to the left side. Do the same thing. Good. Okay, let's do that one more time each side. See if maybe you can walk your hands a little more deeply. And if you need to separate your feet more, do that. Good. And then over to the opposite side, last time. Good. Come to center. Okay, we're going to come to sit. So first thing I'm going to do, find the feet. Bring your hands together so they're off the floor. Take your gaze forward, and then maybe you walk your feet. You start to sit. You start to sit. You start to sit. You start to sit, and maybe you come all the way into a squat. And if that doesn't happen, it's all fine. Breathe here. Oh, okay, we're going to come onto the back. Before we do that, I feel let's just open the knees. So I'm going to put the hands down, come back onto the toes. And just open one leg out and then the other one, just as we do here. Oh, I say we're gonna go on the back, but now I'm doing this and I'm like, a little twist, okay. So heels lifting or heels down. One arm is gonna go out and reach the other arm up. However you do this, my heels can be lifting, they can be on the floor. And then I'll switch and just lift up. Good. Okay, and then we'll come to sit. So, doo-doo. Good. Okay, grab hold of your strap that we looped. Bring it beside you. Let's bring the block back too. Good. Okay. Nice, my friends. So from here, we'll come to lie down. I'm going to make it a little bit more challenging. So I'll take my arms out. I'm going to lift my legs up. I'm going to breathe here in this boat pose and then slowly descend. Slowly descend. Slowly descend. Your legs might go straight, might stay bent. And then all the way down. And just as we started class, knees bent, legs straight, either one. Take a few moments to just feel. Okay, we're going to just windshield wiper a few times. So the knees, you might walk your feet farther. You might take your arms out and you can stay on your body. And just drop the knees side to side. Add a little bit of extra. So you can lift, the hip that's lifting can lift a little bit higher. Good. Okay. And then come back to your center. I'm just going to put my sweatshirt on. And we'll grab hold of our block. And we're just going to place that block underneath the sacrum. Just come into this upside down place, however you want your block, whatever height. You would go block on top of block and stack them. And then here I'm just going to allow or invite the body to just drop. Okay, notice your head. You might even be able to lift it up and then bring it back down. You're gazing into your own heart. Okay, so give yourself permission here to let the knees kind of drop out away from each other. And it doesn't need to be anything big, just even a little bit, just to open up the pelvic floor. Soften the back of your heart. Good. Okay. And then from here, you can lift yourself up off the block, take the block out. You might windshield wiper a few times if you need to release your back or just rest. And then we'll bring both knees into the chest. And we just hug them in and out. And we'll do that little knee walking thing. So right hand to right knee, left hand to left knee. Let the right knee move out as the left knee comes in, and just keep doing that a few times. And as you do that, you might even open the knees wider apart when you get to the peak of the pose. So as one knee comes in, the other knee moves out, and you just open them apart a little bit more. A little flexion in your feet. Good. And then rest here with the knees in. And if that doesn't feel comfortable, you can grab your strap. You just hold the loop and just place it over the tops of the shins. And you can breathe here. I want you to soften your shoulders, soften your back body. Let the jaw go, eyes go. Good. Okay. Now you're going to take your loop, and it doesn't matter how big it is, it'll be fine. But I don't want the buckle near your hands. So maybe put the buckle in the middle and your hands can go on either side. And then you'll take your right foot and you'll just put it into the center of the strap. So you're holding the loops with either hand. I'm going to put my left foot on the floor. Maybe you'll extend the left leg long. And we're just going to come back to that side to side. So we'll put both ends of the loop into the left arm, right arm out to the side. And then just come back to this side to side without changing hands. And if you want to add that little bit of a smile action here, hopefully your loop is at a good size for you. Okay, come back to your center, separate the strap, put the left foot in, and now let the legs just drop away. So even though you're holding them, as if they're dropping away from you, soften your hips. Close your eyes, because you know you can do this without looking. Now release the right leg, wherever it's going to go, bent or straight. Now both ends of the strap into the right hand. And start to move side to side. You can add the smile on your face or through the leg. Just feel the shoulder connecting here, the foot connecting. Good. Okay, and then finishing off on the left side. Come back, separate the strap. Okay, we're not going to bring the right leg in. You're going to just slip the loop off so that you have the loop on your foot and the buckle is nowhere near foot or the end of, because you're going to put this other loop behind your head. And it goes where the hairline is. It might go over the ears. Here's where you might adjust your strap if you need it to be longer or shorter. And then I'm just going to let this left leg add some pressure so that the head is lifted. I'm just going to take the arms down. And now the head is just enjoying the ride. The left foot is pushing into the strap so the head is lifted. The shoulders are dropping, jaw is dropping, eyes are dropping. Backs of the hands are on the floor. You might touch the thumb and the index finger pad together just to bring in a little bit of this yoga chakra activation. And I'm pushing the foot into the strap. Now what I'm going to do, with my eyes closed, I'm going to turn the foot so I get the base, not what we did before where you're turning the heel in and out. Press the inside edge of your foot up and then the outside edge of your foot up. So you get a little bit of movement in your head, just a little bit. Okay, and now find that 50% place. So even if you bend your left leg, the head is lifted, the shoulders are dropping. Soften into that hip as if the leg is dropping into your left hip. Take one more full breath. Okay, now you might grab the strap and release the head. We're going to change legs. I'm going to do it without disturbing the body too much. So I'm going to take the right leg in, might look at it, and release the left. And you might have to adjust yourself here. And then just be here again. So two sides are different. You might have to bend your knee. But you're pushing the foot in so the head is lifted. But at the same time, I'm releasing the shoulders, the back, upper back, the jaw. And then I'm going to add that foot action. So the inner edge of the foot pushes up and then the outer edge. So you're just moving your foot. You get a little bit of rotation in the head. Okay, and then drop into whatever that is for you. So that could be 50% effort. You might release the leg a little bit without letting the head come down. And drop your gaze. Even, if you opened your eyes, maybe you're looking into your own heart. And one more breath. Okay, and then again, I'm going to bring the left foot in. So I might open my eyes and watch it. And the knees might be bent here. I'm just going to push the feet in so the head comes up a little more. And then release the head without letting it touch the floor. I'm going to give it a little seesaw. So I push the feet, bring the legs in just a little bit. If it doesn't make sense, take a little peek. Good. Okay, and then release, then grab the strap, free your head, release your strap, your legs to the floor. Just take rest, and hopefully that feels amazing. Through the head feels very grounded, open. Good. Okay. All right, then I'll just set the strap off to the side. Now I'm going to just roll to the side and come up. And here I'm going to set up for Savasana. And I'm going to do a legs up the wall version where I'm not going to have the legs right up the wall. I'm just going to do like kind of an angle. And I'll bring the bolster in. I'm going to support the head with the bolster. And I might bring a blanket in. You can also tie your legs up if you're going to do this. You can do Shavasana however you like, but you could also use that strap loop. And you just kind of put it around or just over the knees. And I'll just kind of tie the legs in here. They don't have to be right together. You know, it could be, I have a little bit of space here, and I'll just wind that end of the strap around and around. And just kind of loop it through. So if that works for you and it's comfortable, great. If it's not comfortable, do something else. And then just extend the legs up. Okay, okay, I am going to tighten my strap. Okay. So I have the legs at an angle. You can always throw a blanket over top of your feet as well. The bolster is underneath my head. And I'm just going to take my arms up. I might just hold the sides of the bolster. You can even tuck your hands underneath the bolster with the palms facing up, or put your arms anywhere that feels good. And then once you feel settled in your resting pose, whatever that is, invite yourself into that space completely. And just feeling your breath drawing you down. And connecting deep to that space in you that just wants to ground and drop. Being very, very present to this experience. So you don't steal this time. Be here right now. And if you put your arms underneath the bolster or the side and you want to remove them, and give yourself permission to be comfortable. And resting in your stillness, and in your practice. Melt yourself more deeply, any place you're still holding. The back of the heart, the back of the head, your hips, your glutes. And just be with your breath. Feel it move through you. Drop your eyes. And then choosing to stay in your rest a little longer. We're starting to make your way out. And first thing I'm going to do is just move the bolster out of the way. Let the head come down. And then just moving your ankles and your wrists, your fingers, your toes. And if you're in the same shape I am, I'm just going to bring the knees in and slip this strap right off the feet. And set it aside. You might hug your knees in or set the feet on the floor and just take a few breaths. And as you feel ready, you'll move over to your side. Take a couple breaths here. And coming up to seated when you're ready. Just spending a few moments just sitting in your stillness, feeling the effects of your practice. Bringing your palms together at your heart once you're here. And bowing in with great devotion. And taking your thumbs up and just resting them on the center of your forehead. Let your jaw drop a little bit, shoulders drop. Deeply honor the work you've done. And bringing the head back up and releasing the arms or hands back in front of your heart. And we'll seal this practice with our May We Be Blessed mantra. And an inhale. May we be blessed with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be healthy. May we be happy. Inhale. Bow your chin, Shanti on peace. Bless yourself. Take a full breath. Breathe into your hands. Catch your breath. Lift your chin. Open your eyes. Bless yourself. Bless everybody. You blow it in. Yes. I love it. Thank you, guys. Thank you for being here and playing yoga with me. And have a happy day. We'll see you guys later. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you.